Hey guys and girls, just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about Buzzsprout. Start a podcast today with free podcast hosting for Buzzsprout, easy podcasting software for hosting, promoting, and tracking your podcast. Buzzsprout is the best way to publish a podcast online for secure and reliable hosting to full iTunes support. Get started for free, no credit card required, cancel at any time.
Stats for losers.
That's why we took the damn field. Now, if you want to crown them, then crown their ass.
This is what's great about sports. This is what the greatest thing about sports is. You play to win the game.
Welcome to the Airin podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Airing It Out podcast. I am your host, Dustin Marion. As always, today my guest is an up-and-coming golf player, Phil Russo. What is going on, Phil? How you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. You were telling me off air it started to snow over there, but just little flakes, huh?
Well, last week we had a big snowstorm, but it actually got up to like a foot of snow here. I'm originally from Johnstown, PA. It's like 80 miles from Pittsburgh, so it's great.
That's awesome. Yeah, I don't miss the snow at all. I've always made the comment that the snow belongs in a globe. I'm actually happy here in Southern California, which I'm sure a lot of people are enjoying it. It's actually a little colder here right now. I don't know how it is in the orange counties of the world, but here in San Diego, it's kind of like 50 right now. What did you guys at? 35 degrees? 35 degrees.
Yeah, I golfed this morning and it was at 32, so it's probably up to about 40 now. So.
Gosh, wow, that's insane. Well, let's dig right in. I wanted for you to tell me kind of how you got into the whole golf game. I mean, you're a fairly young guy, so was it an outside influence? Was it just you on your own, just kind of messing around and picking up some clubs?
Yeah, well, see, my pap, my mom's dad, he actually was an amateur golfer as well. So at like a young age, my parents, they went through some troubles, and I stayed with my grandparents for a little bit. And just over there staying with him, he got me swinging a golf club, and then next thing you knew, I was on a golf range and hitting the golf club just as far as he was hitting it, and I was only 8 years old at the time. So, I mean, it really all comes down back to my pap, and he taught me everything that I know for golf. But, I mean, as far as it goes with like a golf coach or something, I've never had a golf lesson other than golf practice, but I'm purebred.
So when you was a young kid, you was swinging it with like an adult size golf club, or they have like junior clubs for younger people?
Well, my first golf set it's a Ben Hogan set, and they were like a youth set, so they were a little bit smaller, and it was the perfect size, perfect club for me.
That's amazing.
I actually still have it right here. I have my first golf club right beside me, actually. It's called Bob Robsburg, not Ben Hogan.
There you
go. It's like half the size of my arm.
Yeah, I mean, to me, I really don't even understand. I feel like that would be big for a kid as well. So, kudos to you to already be, swinging it Happy Gilmore style right out the gate. As a young guy.
Speaking of Happy Gilmore, I did play hockey as well. So my goal was always to be in the NHL, but hey, I'll take anything.
No, I get you. That's actually
I'll take the PGA.
That's exactly what I was leading into. Besides golf, is hockey the only other interest, or do you get into a lot of different sports growing up?
Well, see, I played soccer. I played lacrosse. Played a little bit of basketball, but not much. That's about it, though. I was busy all year round.
On hockey, what position do you play?
I played right wing, and my senior year we actually won. It's called like the Penguins Cup. It's like our state, but we went undefeated until the state finals. Lost in overtime 2-1.
Oh man, yeah, hockey is a tough sport. I've had a couple of encounters with some hockey coaches. We've actually had a hockey coach on the show as well. Shout out to Coach Jake. He's kind of like the Coach Bombay of my circle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he is
sweet.
yeah, he won a championship with some young kids, so that was really really awesome. I wanted to kind of dig into you not making the starting five as your freshman in high school. If you could tell me a little bit about that experience and maybe what was some of the things that you learned by not making the cut.
Okay, well, freshman year I played golf, and that was really whenever I started taking things like I didn't really take it serious, but I wanted to get into the game of golf and learn more about it because I've also been a caddy up at my home country club ever since I was 10 years old. So I've always been around the game and I've always wanted to learn it. So freshman year I started playing and I was just trying out really, just trying to make the team. And I was like number 7, so they didn't really need me, but I still went to tournaments and played the course. And then sophomore and junior year, I ended up getting a really bad concussion and it just kind of put me out of all sports. So I didn't really get back into the full swing of sports until my senior year. And that's when I was like, okay, I need to make myself for something, at least with golf, because I can't play hockey. I couldn't play any contact sports after that concussion. And so I played golf. I didn't make the starting five again my senior year, but then I did start moving up and I ended up playing 12 tournaments, I think, my senior year. And I mean, I learned a lot from my coach. His name's Chris Casino, and he's won every tournament around my neck of the woods. He was like the club champion, as you would say. So I learned everything from that coach, and I owe it all to him too. Him and my pap were the best golf influences I've had.
That's amazing. I want to wheel it back a little bit. So how did you suffer the concussion?
Okay, well, I played ice hockey since I was. I learned how to skate when I was 2.
Mm-hmm.
I started playing on a team at 3, and then I got my first concussion at the age of 7.
Wow!
And then my second. I've had so many concussions. It's actually kind of.
It's a little worrisome. Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep going through them. My second one was when I was 11. My third one, I was in a car wreck, and that one was freshman year. And then I got my main one. This was senior year, and I was out for 2 years with a concussion. I had to travel to Pittsburgh to Children's Hospital each day. It was scary because I remember just laying on the couch crying, not being able to remember what I did at school. So I've come through a lot just with my brain alone. So I thank someone above that I made it through and I can remember everything now.
So now you get the concussion, right? And then it lingered the side effects or the effects of the concussion for 2 years, or you just guys were safe about keeping you guys out of sports for 2 years?
Yeah, no, I had headaches. They even said there was little bit because I had a CT scan scheduled for every month. So because they wanted to make sure there was no blood or no damage. And there wasn't damage, but they could see that it was impacted hard. So, because the way that I got my last concussion, I was on the ice and a kid grabs my head with 2 hands and just knees my head into the ice 3 times. Yeah, it started a little bit of a fight, but I mean, I was.
Is that legal? I don't play high school hockey. Is that that sounds a little bit more like UFC than it does like hockey, bro.
See, that's not the high school league though. That's the travel league, and that's what I think the problem is with those travel leagues, because you're not getting a scholarship through a travel league. You're getting a scholarship through high school.
So you think that they're a little bit more intense on the travel leagues?
Yeah, they go out and they try and get the kid into the hospital the quickest. That's it.
So now,
I do.
removed from that, you're 100%. No headaches, no blurred vision. You don't forget your day and stuff like that. You're back to 100%.
No. Yeah, not anymore. See, for the 2 years, I was having a lot of trouble with my eyes because anytime I would drive, the sun would come into my eye and it would just blind my left eye all the time.
My God.
So I was scared because they always say that you can see like a tumor in the back of your eyes before anything. So I was at the eye doctor just about every month too, just making sure everything was okay there.
So when all of that stuff like cleared up, were you? I know you said that you were thankful for potentially a higher power not letting you recover. Did you automatically, like, once you were cleared, start going and playing golf right away, or being excited to participate in sports again?
Well, see, after my I had a lot of things fall right on top of me. I lost a very close friend of mine, and that fell like right after my concussions. So it was hard because I didn't really get out. I was kind of it felt like my rock bottom, and like I can talk about this now just because I know that it turned me into the man that I am today. And golf did eventually lead me out of that spell of badness. But I mean, yeah, like it definitely, once like the time came that I was ready to get back out, I was definitely on that golf course, either if it was caddying or if it was just golfing, because when I go up and caddy, I mean, hey, you're just walking with a golfer, having a chat and basically making a friend, and you're getting paid for it. So it's great. And some of the golfers that I golf with up at Sunny Hannah, it's insane the names that come through there. There's the one Penguin, he actually golfs up there, and he's going to be trying out in the qualifier for the amateur tournament like me. His name's Samuel Lafferty. He's from Evansburg. It's like 45 minutes from me. It's pretty cool. He's a really cool friend, actually.
That's awesome. To go back for a second, you were saying that you had before, I think it was either before or after the concussion, you had a mentor who taught you a lot about the game and the ins and outs, specifically to the golf game. Talk to me a little bit more about this gentleman's impact in not only your life, but in your golf game period.
Are you talking about my PAP, or are you talking about my coach senior year?
I think the coach senior year.
Okay. Yeah, well, that coach, his name's Chris Casino, and he's the Cambria County, like, club champ. Excuse me. Sorry.
No, don't worry about it, bro. You're good.
He's won,
just
like...
relax. We're all good.
He's won, like, back-to-back years. He's, like, the best putter in Johnstown, and that's where I'm from, Johnstown, PA. And, yeah, I mean, he taught me how to keep my head down, because that's the one thing that I learned in golf is you better keep that head down. But, I mean, he gave me that chance, because I remember my first practice, I was a senior, and I was not supposed to be anywhere near late to that practice. And I ended up being late. And he gave me the chance to come back. I told him, I said, I promise I won't do that again, and I will work on my golf game this whole year. And he gave me that chance, and he helped me out just so much. It was insane.
So awesome that he was able to show you a style of work ethic that was awesome. You said that he was really good at his putting game. Did your putting game get elevated after working with him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he showed me how to read a green. And, I mean, I've always known how to read a green because of caddying, of course. But, I mean, his eye and his technique that he would walk us through each practice, it was crazy. We would just practice our, like, 5-foot putts, normal putts. He'd put 8 balls around the hole. It's actually a practice that Phil Mickelson does, and it's kind of cool because his name's Phil too. But I mean, it's my practice before each round. I just grab 5 or 8 balls and just circular the hole.
That's awesome. So, I wanted to get a little bit more into that as well. When you're reading the green, right? I understand what that means, but what does it really mean? from a technical aspect? Like, what are you
All right.
looking for specifically? How are you playing it? How are you setting it up? How are you analyzing your shot?
So I've noticed that my shot, no matter how I hit it, it always goes to the right. So I automatically aim like just a hair to the left, just a little bit, just so I can knock that out of the way. But there's like different, grains of grass on the green. It sounds very technical, but I mean, it kind of is, because golfing is a very technical sport. And, so you look for those different colors of patches of grass on the green. And then if you see like a little slope, you just know it's more in the speed than it is in the line, I would say. Because if you hit it hard, I mean, it'll go right through the break. So.
Yeah, no, I've played golf. I'm absolutely terrible. It's extremely hard. Not only driving is hard, but putting seems to be even more difficult. At least I get an opportunity to hack at something when, unless it's like straight up flat, I'm in trouble. If there's hills, I'm probably better playing, some kind of kiddie golf. I'm not that great. It definitely is. Yeah, it's definitely a very technical sport, especially when you come to the shorter part of the game.
Short game's hard.
Yeah, I want to get back to that a little bit, but I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about your 2018 season where you played 12 tournaments. What was that like? Putting that all onto your plate at one time.
Well, that was the year that Chris Casino was my coach, and I mean, he just taught me everything from putting to even trying to get out of the sand, because I could not get out of a bunker to save my life. And he taught me this trick. You put a dollar bill behind your ball, and you got to try to swipe that dollar bill out in the bunker. And he knows what he's doing. So, I mean, just those 12 tournaments, it got me that knowledge. Our team did, I think, that year was such a blur because of the concussions, but I do believe we won districts in golf. Our number one, Luke Tursick, he was an amazing golfer. He made a chip in from like 125 yards to win the district tournament. It was crazy.
That's
it was like
amazing.
The first playoff hole. Yeah. And I mean, that year we also won the Penguin Cup, like for hockey for my school. It was amazing. It was a good year, but it was also a crappy year too.
Yeah, no, that seems like a bit of a struggle to try to manage being competitive and then also managing a concussion. I'm really excited that you came out of that.
Yeah, because a concussion, it's like something that only you can feel, because no one can see your brain. It's
I know.
Only you can really adjust to your own speed.
I used to get chronic migraines, and it would really mess with my vision. And that's so I'm understanding and sympathetic to the cause. That's gotta be difficult, especially in a sport where obviously your eyes are important in golf, and your eye-hand coordination has to be amazing. I want to ask you, you had a tournament in your hometown that was a course that you caddied. How does caddying help your game?
Well, number one, the course that I caddy at, it's actually Sunnyhanna Country Club, and that's where the amateur tournament is. And just caddying there, you learn the greens instantly. You know how to play each hole. You know which tree to aim at whenever you're going up above a hill that you can't see the hole. So, I mean, I've learned so much just from caddying, and they've given me all the best things that they can, from golf clubs to golf bags. And that's just from me working and them buying a new set and giving me their old set, because you make so many great relationships up there. Like I said, I have a very great relationship with a Pittsburgh Penguin, and it's just amazing. It's a great place to be.
Oh, that's phenomenal. I wanted to ask you, when you're preparing for a tournament that you can remember, what are some of the things that you kind of work on? Is it more mental or more physical, or a combination of both, as you prepare to embark on a tournament or play a tournament, I should say?
Well, I know I've only played one tournament, actually. this year, and I know on my way to it, the only thing I did was listen to music. I was just kind of zoning into my own game. It's more of a mental game than it is a physical game, because if you get out of it physically, you can try your best to get back in it, and most of the time you can. But if you get out of it mentally, it's so hard to get yourself out of that hole. Because, I mean, if you start beating yourself up over one shot, you're just going to worry about the next shot and the next shot and the next shot.
So it kind of works out that you couldn't remember those 12 tournaments, probably, right?
I mean, probably.
You don't have to get into your own head.
That golf team. Yeah, I know the golf team was amazing. So I know we had a winning season, and like I said, we did win district. So, I mean, we probably did all right.
That's awesome.
But the one tournament that I did, sorry.
No, the one tournament. That's what I was kind of. Yeah. The last tournament that you played this season. You were going to tell me something.
Yeah, the one tournament we played at, it was like a scramble tournament. It was a 4-man scramble, and it was like an alternate shot tournament. So we beat the whole field by 3 strokes. We shot 12 under, and we had the longest drive. That's it. We just came in first.
That's
awesome. It was a good little tournament. It was all for a good cause. It was for the local fire department out there. So there was no prize money, but we weren't terribly mad. We won a little gift certificate. That's about it.
That's all good. So you're setting your goals pretty high. You want to get potentially either on the PGA Tour or the European Tour. How's that process going for you?
Well, as of right now, I mean, next year, like I said, I'll be playing some amateur tournaments. So I know I'll have to go through probably a year of my amateur year. But I mean, after that, I feel like setting your goals high is good, because if you dream big, you succeed at least a little bit still. Because, I mean, I know I've been working every day since COVID. I've been golfing literally every day other than whenever we had the snow. And, I don't think I know someone who's more dedicated than I am to golf right now, because once I put my mind on something, I'm not going to stop until I get it.
That's phenomenal. I love that. So, is there have you guys heard anything from either whether it's the amateur circuit or the bigger circuits about how they're handling COVID? I mean, I'm sure all games are postponed to 2021, right?
Yeah. See, I know last year up at my home course, we still had the amateur tournament, because it was in the middle of COVID, right at the first wave or whatever you want to call it. And the way they did it was they didn't have caddies or spectators. So it was just either the golfer carried his bag or he had a push cart. So I mean, I'm okay with that. I carry my bag anytime I golf. I'm not really a wimp.
Do they?
I like to walk.
I know golf is, when it comes to the crowds, they're probably the quietest crowd in all of the sports. But does it affect you having people in the stands, or not so much? Would you think for your own game?
See, I know that the Masters this year in Augusta, it was played without a crowd, and I thought that would have been the easiest thing to do, because I mean, number one, the crowd, they get in the way, they're really loud, and I just feel like having a crowd would give me so much more anxiety. I feel like with a full open course, I don't care if I hit it into where the crowd's supposed to be. Then I don't have to worry about killing a little penny or something.
No, I totally get it. Yeah. For sure, you don't want to just hit somebody in the face with a random golf ball.
No.
I would have thought that it would probably have been easier to kind of maintain some kind of social distancing for an event like that, especially now with the NFL allowing fans for their games. So, I mean, this is going to definitely be something to keep an eye on as COVID continues to ramp itself up, the effects of whether or not you're going to have attendance to these sports. And not only that, allowing gentlemen like yourself, you need the competition where are they going to sit and where are they going to decide. I know for my son, we're having a hard time because, Little League doesn't look like, I mean, they're trying to start it back up, but again, you don't want to risk getting
It looks
yourself,
like it's all going back. Yeah.
So
It looks like everything's starting all over again.
yeah, it's getting a little worrisome. It doesn't help watching apocalyptic
I know
films.
in PA, in my home city, it's the highest place right now with COVID. It's like one of the top 5, Cambria County. Crazy.
Yeah, that's insane, man. Stay safe out there and wear your mask and hopefully this thing dies out so we can start maybe, I don't want to say get back to normal things because I don't think life is going to go back to normal anytime soon, but at least some new kind of a normal that we got going on.
Yeah.
I know you guys are busy and always pressed for time. Did you want to let us know where to check you out? I wanted to see, I know you got a YouTube channel and I know you're excited about getting some 4K video up about some of your performances and some of the stuff. I can't wait to see that. What's the YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel is Phil Golf. It's Phil, Phil, space Golf, GOLFS. And then my Instagram is Phil Russo, PHILRUSSO.
Nice. And Scott, did you want to give us anything before we let ourselves out of here?
Yes. Just again, thank you again, Dustin, for the opportunity with your platform. We are actively looking for 21 sponsors for Phil. And if you're ever interested, please contact me directly. I could get you in touch with Phil and with the opportunities you have. Thank you again, Phil.
Wonderful.
And Dustin.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy day. Phil, keep up all the good things going. I definitely want to get you back on the show. We can chop it up a little bit more. But thank you guys so much, Scott and Phil, for coming on the show.
Thank you. Yes, thank you again. Anytime.
Yes, sir. And everybody listening, please, not only is PA numbers going crazy, the numbers are going crazy everywhere. Please stay safe and stay healthy, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for listening.